Hi there. One more little session on understanding karma. This is a yogic insight, how to slow down the movement of karma. Here we see the link between energy, breath work, meditation, and mind training. We've already distinguished that karma is energy moving, energy flowing, energy that wants to break free of constraint, energy that wants to resolve. Now, the field of pranayama in yoga practice, the field of breath work, is all about the subtle and concentrated study of energy. Within our own body, we are powerful nuclear machines. We are literally an explosion of energy happening every moment. And the breath work is particularly powerful. Why? Because it's the link between the mind and the body. In yoga, as we open up the body, we then learn to open up the breath. And simultaneously, we are opening up the mind. And naturally, in line with that, we are opening up our world, our life. As we move further into understandings of consciousness, we can see how energy flows, how the mind interprets it through the understandings of symbols and metaphor relative to its egocentricity. But in the end, it's all just energy. Now, on another level, the breath relates to time. And because our egoic experience of existence in a world is so subject to the notions and constraints of time, we feel as though we are a person moving through time and space. Well, we can use the breath to slow everything down. Not only will slowing the breath help with anxiety and allow us to not be just spiraling out of control emotionally in response to drama, but it also affords us the opportunity to get a sense of what seems to be moving around us and what seems to be happening to us. Now, of course, slowing of the breath naturally makes us more calm, and being calm is a necessary place to begin to do proper meditation work. So, if we can slow everything down, if we can take the time to watch, observe, and reflect, we will gain more understanding, more insight into what is happening. In other words, we will be able to more easily and clearly read our karma, and then know what actions to take in response. It's quite simple. Yoga is such an immaculate system. All you need to do is commit to using the tools. Okay, so let's have a look at the breath. Sit up straight, close your eyes. Have a big breath in and a deep sigh. Now, on this YouTube channel, you'll be able to find a playlist titled Breathing. There are more than 50 sessions. It's a full training course where ideally one starts at session 1 and moves progressively through each step, building a gradual understanding of the range of practices available. As we learn to open up the breath, we start to see how it opens up our mind. Right now you are breathing. You can feel it. And you have a particular quality of breath which you may or may not be very aware of. You may or may not know how to distinguish how you are breathing right now. Most importantly, we need to have an effortless, light, and relaxed feeling in the breath. This is crucial. So, learning to relax into and around the breath is just a beginning point. Now, let's use the breath. So, breathing through the nose, slowly all the way in towards full, and slowly all the way out towards empty. The breath is flowing very lightly. In fact, it is floating. And you, as the meditator, are sitting there watching, observing this feeling of slowing the breath down. Now, we don't need to do more work on slow, deep breathing, but this is an important skill to develop. The next level is to do ladder breathing. Keep going with this slow, deep breathing, but now start counting, an equal count up as down. Imagine that you go up the ladder and come back down the ladder. Whatever count it takes you to get to full, we must balance the breath, the same count to get to empty. So, your first real challenge is to learn to breathe in for 10 seconds, out for 10 seconds. That may be quite difficult for many people. See if you can have a go at that right now. When you get to the bottom, start a new round. Try to do in for 10 seconds, out for 10 seconds. One round will do. When you finish, have a sigh. See already if you can detect a slowing down of the feeling of the mind. First we have the conscious mind, the thinking mind, which is usually thinking very fast. It's very jumpy, easily excited. So learning to slow down the conscious mind will then lead to a slowing of the unconscious mind. To do this work properly, you need to get to that level of seeing your unconscious mind slowly altering. Okay, open your eyes. So, these are the basic practices, and what you need to do with ladder breathing is learn to breathe in for a minute, out for a minute, then in for 100, out for 100 seconds or so, in for 5 minutes, out for 5 minutes, in for half an hour, out for half an hour. If you set this practice in place daily and just go at your natural development, gradually building those skills, increasing those numbers, which means you are slowing the breath down more. If you do that every day for a month, and if you are a meditator, someone who is meditating every day, well then you should start to get a feeling for the dramas in your life occurring at a slower rate. You may, at the end of a day, not feel as though it was as hectic as normal. You would then be less tired. Also, you may start to find that it feels like you are aware of your dramas gradually increasing in intensity, and you could catch them earlier. And as we've been looking at, dissolve the me earlier. And that's how you allow karma to resolve more easily. Yes, in some ways because you're more present. It's almost as though our life could become like a slow motion video. And this will allow us to see the patterns of karma. As we are more relaxed and stable of mind, we can see the energy building, growing, tightening, flowing. Our conscious mind feels like it is moving through time and space. So, if we can have the feeling that that is happening more slowly, not only will we see more information, but we will also not overreact as quickly and be able to make choices that may be different to our conditioned habits. Slowing down time, using the breath. Try it for a year and see what you've learned. Thank you very much.